Hello, good bottoms and bad little bottoms of Bottom Nation. Thanks for being here on this Monday. I hope it's a good one for you. I'm feeling okay today. I'm feeling all right. I'm doing okay. Great episode today. Jes Tom. You can watch their set on Netflix on the Gender Agenda by Hannah Gadsby, so go check that out. You can also catch them at their show on June 30th in New York City at the Bell House. But they're here today, and we get into a risky business, sort of public sex story. Lots of fun. Really great episode. And also their friendship with Elliot Page. I had a lot of questions about that. So we get the answers. And then as always, I'm on tour. I am going to Austin, Texas, Des Moines, Iowa, Spokane, Washington, Appleton, Wisconsin. And if I'm not listing your city, you can get a text from me when I come to your city. It's super useful. I don't text when I'm not coming. So don't worry about spam or selling data or anything like that. And then patreon.com/WHGS. If everyone donated $1, I would never ask again, and everyone could make a lot more money and be treated really nicely. But until then, Alex stays in the cage. Get back in there, Alex. Have a good week, everybody. Listener, this episode is brought to you by Helix. I absolutely love my Helix mattress. It's the best mattress that I've ever slept on. I'm getting the best sleep of my life. I went to helixsleep.com and I took the Helix sleep quiz and I found my perfect mattress in under 2 minutes. And Jen absolutely loves it too. Helix is offering up to 30% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. Go to helixsleep.com/gaysex. That's helixsleep.com/gaysex. This is their best offer yet, and it won't last long. With Helix, better sleep starts now.
Okay, this is a fucked up sex story. I have sex with gay guys now, right? We know this. We've established this. This guy hit me up at like 5 a.m. And he was like, I just like got home, like come over to mine. He lives like a 5-minute walk away from me. He comes, he meets me in the lobby, and then brings me not upstairs to his apartment as I was expecting, but into the rec room of the apartment building.
Oh my God, I was wondering what those are actually for.
Yes. Oh. Yes. Off the cuff, I'm like, is this where you bring your hookups? And he goes, well, my boyfriend's sleeping upstairs.
We have three-peat, Jes Tom, in the building.
I'm honored.
You're one of a few three-peats.
I feel like I got in on the ground level.
Yeah, you were like our third episode.
Yeah, I don't think we were even in this room. I think we were somewhere else.
We were in my studio apartment.
Whoa, the old days.
The old days. You were there once towards the very end.
I was a guest there.
Yeah.
And maybe I was working on I don't know that I was hosting there at all.
That was right when Alex came on and I was dying because I had the cameras. You weren't quite at this point, but I literally had no space. I had my bed and then I had the cameras and then I had my kitchen. It was
and I already thought that apartment was really nice.
It was really nice. It was. Yeah. It was a nice apartment.
God, so imagine how I feel now.
No, you're part of the Illuminati, dude.
Seething.
You're part of the Illuminati, though.
Yeah, but my cover is that I live in a shitty little apartment.
Well, there's like different kinds of, like there's different kinds of currency. You know what I mean? Obviously, the one I'm getting buys me this apartment.
Called currency.
But you get, yes, it's called currency.
I prefer the U.S.
tender.
one. The U.S. dollar currency.
But your currency gets you to Megan the Stallion.
This is unrelated to Megan the Stallion. I just want to say this, but I got courted by Scientology.
Oh my God.
That's Illuminati,
that
dude.
was that's my biggest claim to fame.
Please.
And it was actually a couple years ago. It wasn't even, I didn't even have anything at that point.
They
saw my potential.
I was going to say crazy that they're doing like queer outreach. What? Yeah,
they're diversifying. They have a DEI specialist now.
What did they say? Who reached out?
I was sent a recruitment DVD.
Okay.
And it was addressed to Jes Tom, which is not my legal name. So they didn't get me off a government list. They wanted Jes Tom stand-up comic.
and you were like, oh my God.
I watched the DVD.
How was it?
It was boring.
So I actually went into the Scientology building once when
so you courted them.
I courted them. No, you make the power dynamic clear. I was going after them.
Was this the one in Midtown in Times Square?
No, in LA, they're like big.
Okay,
they're
good.
like
I was
big.
going to say, I didn't know. We have that here?
Or it's like a Scientology museum. I don't know if it's an official church.
They are all over.
Can you get in with a New York ID?
They want you to come
If
in.
you can't, it's not a real museum.
The culture pass. No, my friends and I went in and we like watched a video, and then you could go further into the building, and I was like, no, thank you.
I took their test.
I'm gonna get like kept in a basement.
I really wanted to do Dianetics because I wanted to see what would happen.
You wanted to see what was wrong with you?
I wanted to see
Wait,
what
is
was
that
wrong
like
with
they
me,
give
and
you
that
like
is
an
the most
analysis?
science.
Like a body?
They make you hold the tin cans. It's all fake. But I wanted to, I just wanted to see what would happen because I have a real deep fascination with cults and also a huge crush on Leah Remini.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That would do it.
Yeah. So
She is their strongest soldier.
Who is that again?
Well, she was.
Yeah.
She was on the King of Queens, Scientology her whole life.
She's the hot woman to a dumpy guy.
Yeah. She's the hot woman to Kevin James. So she's beautiful. I'm like really in love with her. I'm mostly in love with her not because she's beautiful, but because she's like taking down Scientology.
She's the queen of queens.
She's the queen of queens. Yeah, she's my queen. I would leave Jen for her in a heartbeat. No, I wouldn't.
Jet.
But I really have a big crush on her.
Dude, one time I remember my parents did like a 5K. We were in LA and they like ran the 5K, and at the end someone gets up to like give a speech of like, hey, 5Ks are always sponsored by like weird, whatever. They always have like logos and shit.
Yeah.
And this lady came up. It was the lady who did the voice of Bart Simpson.
Oh my God.
Whoever that is.
That's a celebrity to me.
Yeah, she came up and she like started talking, and my parents were like, what is this? And it quickly became clear that it was like sponsored by the Church of Scientology. And they were like, so we just gave them money. Like we paid to do this 5K. And then they handed out their like weird conversion DVDs and books and stuff that didn't say Scientology
Okay,
on
so
it.
I
They
don't
were
feel
like-
special. I'm totally. You just took the whole wind out of my story. They'll just give them to anyone running any 5K. I can't even run.
You walked a 5K once and now they have your address. They had my address forever and I had to change. I couldn't get rid of them. So I had to call them, tell them I got married, told them my new married name and my new married address. I picked an empty lot in Pennsylvania.
Oh my God.
And now they don't bother me anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, they really stick. They stick on you. Yeah.
That's so crazy. I mean, it makes sense that they're weird because it's like millionaire celebrities who are treated like God. So it's like, how do you invent something that they think would be God? You know what I mean? They look at Christianity and they're like, boring, I'm that guy. But it's like, so you have to make something even weirder that celebrities could worship. Of course, it's like fucking insane.
I think a lot of celebrities are looking for something to believe in.
Yeah. 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 When you have everything and you still feel unhappy.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think-
LA
have
is like an
everything.
empty, soulless hellscape.
Yeah. Speaking of being part of the Illuminati, which you are, I am weirdly obsessed with your photos on Instagram with Elliot Page.
okay.
And I'm just going to say it out loud. Every time you post one, I get really excited. And there is an energy to them where it's like two like boys on the schoolyard, best friends, like just best, like that level of innocence, but also so like you guys are like sad. Like you still have,
Oh my God.
you still have your like sad energy that you like your patented like sad horny energy.
Oh my
Do you know
God.
what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just really being perceived right now. A lot to take in.
No, but like it's such an interesting, like every time it comes up, I'm like, I want to know everything you guys do together.
Oh my God. I love the idea that that's how this is reading to people. And especially coming off of this thing that we're saying about like celebrities just needing something to hold on to. I'm like,
Well, I hold on to this.
no, and I'm like, well, I guess, yeah.
And my
like,
algorithm knows.
like seeing Megan Thee Stallion with Elliot Page is like my dream come true. And
Like,
I'm
that's the
it's good
craziest
to know
sentence
that I
I've ever
look
That's
heard in my
sad
life.
in those pics.
an amazing sentence. Wait, sorry, what'd you say?
I'm just saying it's good to know I look sad in those pics. Like I just saw
It's
Cardi
not
B.
even sad,
I
it's
saw
like-
Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion on stage together, and I'm there being like, but why didn't that fix what's inside of me?
But it has like a nostalgic quality to it. I don't know how to describe it. Like it has like a I don't know. Like
You're looking at me like I'm gonna be like, oh, I have no idea what you're talking about.
well, it's like they've been friends forever, but I know you haven't.
Yeah, it is true that we haven't technically been friends forever. I mean, I wonder if you're speaking to being a millennial and thinking about Elliot Page. But
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Because I think it's specific to the friendship. Because I have really almost no interest in Elliot Page outside of your guys' friendship.
Aw, wow. I'm doing something for his brand.
How did you guys is this invasive? Like, I don't know if this is weird.
No.
How did you guys even meet? Because he produced your show.
He presented my show,
Okay.
technically. How do we know each other? It kind of was just a trans magic thing. We know each other through Mae Martin.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, and so like when Mae did their hour here in New York a couple years ago, I went to the after party and we just all were there at the after party together.
And you became soulmates instantly.
We kind of hit it off. Shortly after that, Mae also hosted a karaoke that I went to where I was like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make everyone fall in love with me. And
I think that every time I do karaoke, I'm like, the sex appeal is gonna be unbelievable.
oh my
guys.
god, these
See,
people
what
will
I'm
not be
thinking
able to
is this is
resist.
so embarrassing. I hate karaoke so much. It makes me so uncomfortable. There's something about karaoke that makes me so uncomfortable. I can't describe it.
Well, you have to face it. You have to face that fear. Otherwise, how are you going to join the Illuminati? They are listening.
The gateway to the Illuminati is a trans karaoke room.
I mean, it's
Like
working.
it's a group of trans people, and every celebrity has to sing.
Everybody is singing
karaoke
off
to
key
Elliot
in their
Page.
fucked up voice. I won't stop doing "Sugar We're Going Down Swinging."
That's a great one, though.
That was what I did.
Good
That was what I
karaoke song.
did. Yeah, and it worked. It worked. I mean, yeah, and we sort of have
Do you guys duet now?
we have kind of different cultural points of references. I realized this when I was playing an exercise game on his VR headset. And of the music options he had purchased, he had Linkin Park, but he didn't have
You
Lady
do
Gaga.
understand what I'm saying now, though? You're describing a teenage boy
Yes.
and Linkin Park.
Yes.
You
It
are.
is-
You guys are sad
Yes.
little emo boys
Yes.
together.
I think that's like the trans guy quality.
Yeah.
And I think every trans person, right, has to go through a long puberty in their 30s
yeah.
Hilarious.
Yes.
or
Yeah.
50s or 60s or whenever it is.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I don't just get to jump over to now. I almost have to respawn
Yes.
and go through
Yes.
the levels again.
Yes.
Yeah.
and you respawn in a karaoke room with Mae Martin. That's the respawn location.
Me shooting myself in the head so that happens. Mae Martin! Mae Martin, I love you! myself.
Well, thank you for listening to answering my invasive questions.
No, I'm honored.
I've been thinking about them for a year.
It is crazy. I don't know. I feel like I wonder how you guys feel about this. I feel like I can lose my grip sometimes on the cool stuff that I get to do because at this point I know so many people who do so many cool things that sometimes when I'm there, I can get into a toxic spiral that's okay, here we are at the Gucci men's show, but we're not at the couture show, you know?
Totally. Of course. I mean, that's why I mute people on Instagram.
Yeah.
People I like.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not
me
having
too.
that problem. I'm spending time with a lot of 40-year-old alcoholics and clubs being like, I'm doing pretty good.
Everything's relative. Listen.
Club comment?
Everything's relative.
That's a nice way to keep yourself grounded is you're like, oh, this is a sort of separate side of the scene a little bit where I feel like I'm doing okay. I'm not anywhere near Gucci at all, but I don't, my addiction isn't killing me.
In a lot of clubs, just wearing pants is pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, I mean, I think
That's why I'm staying
I'm
grounded.
of two minds. Right now, the best part of my day is, I feel like I've changed so much where it's now I'm just really, really just want to work so I can live because the best part of my day is hang out with Jen. Jen and I played bananagrams outside yesterday
Fucking
at the end
awesome.
of the day.
I love bananagrams.
Bananagrams fucking slaps.
It's so good.
Bananagrams has saved my life more than once.
That game's categories too.
I've not
Top
played
tier board
Saturday.
game. Oh my god, you
I'm
gotta play
kind of
categories.
monogamous with bananagrams. Every so often, I'll go with Scrabble,
Well,
but that's her cousin,
Bananagrams
so
is
it's
super
awkward.
trans in that it is a banana, but then you unzip it and you can go inside of it.
Oh, I thought you were
my
gonna say, and then
God.
it's like you, and then you write.
You just write how you feel. It looks like one thing on the outside, but on the inside, it's something else.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we're
That's
doing like boomer
exactly-
trans jokes. What if bananagram's trans? The banana on the outside, letters on the inside.
It's just
Women love letters and reading.
you can make all kinds of pronouns.
But yeah, and that's like
My pronouns are gourd and bird, or whatever the fuck you get on there. I don't know. I was trying to think like what are the most scrabbly words.
I think I tried to make gourd last night.
Really?
Yeah,
Pretty good one.
that's a good word. But yeah, I'm at that point. So anytime when I'm thinking about work in a way that I'm on the toxic, like looking at people who have more than me, I just really try to do my best to stop because it's just so stupid.
Okay,
If
well,
I'm not saying it's like
I don't have a loving relationship in my life, so I don't have.
I'm so sorry to trigger. What about Elliot Page?
Well, okay, we do have a deep love.
You do. It's a different kind of love.
It's a
but
different kind of love.
it's a
It's a
deep
love
love.
of bros being bros.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I don't know if we have time for. I had a question for you guys that I thought of.
Please, I want to do the question so bad.
Okay, we'll do the question.
Thank
you. Jen and I were talking about this outside. Alex got a little bit in on it. We were talking about the Kardashians.
Okay.
Don't worry,
Okay.
it veers out to be more general. Okay, I don't know what you think of the Kardashians.
I'm
but-
ready.
But I don't like it when people disrespect the Kardashians because to me, they're just like any other group of like wealthy people who've made it in this country. Like, what makes them worse than other
They're women.
billionaires? Exactly.
I will say they have kind of pioneered white women stealing from black culture. Not pioneered, not like it wasn't happening before, but in terms of like white women stealing from black culture, it feels
Yeah.
like they are a very like
But there's lots of white people that do that. There's so many white people that do that. There's
sure.
And
Okay.
arguably, the Kardashians are mid-tan.
But I mean, they have a whole.
They're Armenian.
They are.
And
I see what you're saying.
I'm
And-
trying. I mean, I'm not defending that.
well, the thing is, but then we were like talking about that, and then like on the other hand, has there been anything? Have they made a positive impact on society? No. Like obviously, net negative. Net negative for sure. Impact on society. And then I asked a question: is there any billionaire that has made a net positive impact on society?
Whoa, would Bill Gates? You'd have to do the math. Isn't his whole like he's giving away stuff and he's
Bill Gates
stopping
is probably
mosquitoes?
the closest because he has done a ton of giving away of his money.
The Bill and Melinda Gates
No,
Foundation.
wait.
What do they do?
Beyonce.
Beyonce net positive.
Beyonce not positive.
Is she
You
a
know-
billionaire?
Yeah, she's a billionaire.
She's a billionaire.
Wow.
There's $1 billion.
You're
in
right.
That elevator.
Actually, maybe the artists.
Beyonce, Lady Gaga,
That's so crazy to think.
Rihanna.
Rihanna.
The makeup
The
company,
net positive is art.
Yeah, I don't know how much suffering goes into that.
I didn't say Fenty Beauty. We said Rihanna.
But is Rihanna a billionaire without Fenty Beauty?
Okay, so now we're kind of looking into.
And Beyonce, according to the internet, is not a billionaire.
But very close.
Very close.
Her family is billion. As
yes,
to altogether,
collectively, for sure.
altogether,
The
they're a
Jay-Z
billionaire.
Beyonce duo.
What other
certainly.
businesses
I
does
will
she
say I
have?
don't think Jay-Z is a net positive.
Okay.
I think Beyonce is a net positive only. And maybe the kids are pretty good. And in
That's
that
so
way, I
interesting.
guess Jay-Z's contribution also matters.
Yeah. Yeah, he did make the people.
Yeah.
Billionaire net positive. I'm trying to think of other billionaires because the billionaires that scare me are the billionaires that aren't famous. Because I'm like, what sneaky, weird, behind the scenes shit are you doing that you earned $1 billion and I just like don't know your name?
I feel like you can't truly be a billionaire without being in some sort of weapons manufacturing. Like
There's
somewhere.
the Berkshire Hathaway guy.
I pulled up the Forbes' list of real-time billionaires.
Real-time billionaires. Not those small-time $1
No,
billion.
Oh, I thought
they're
about real time, like it's
real-time
updating in real
tracking
time.
The
Yeah.
status of
Oh,
these
okay,
billionaires.
okay.
They should have.
I'm so dumb. Real-time is also a word from computer science, and I know what it means, but I still like talked about it in the
That's
Discord
so
way.
funny. Are there any billionaire comedians? Seinfeld.
Sorry,
Seinfeld.
He's net
negative.
negative. Net negative.
Net
What did he
Negative.
do that's the negative?
Oh, he's horrible. I mean, should I?
No, go into it because I absolutely loved Seinfeld when I was in college. I watched it all the time.
Well, I mean, he like dated like a 17-year-old when he was like 40.
But that, okay, wait. Let me revise my question. Yes, that's a bad thing, but that doesn't really have to do with him being a billion. That doesn't have to do with his industry.
Yes, it does.
He
Yes,
didn't make
is
money
off
off a 17-year-old.
Okay, so you're asking
I'm
specifically. You said their contribution to the world.
That's fair.
Is
No,
a net
that's fair.
negative.
That's fair. I guess the way I'm thinking about it is like we talk about billionaires in American culture, like, oh, look at all the jobs they've created, but have they also destroyed the rights of workers? Like,
you're talking about from a purely like you're like asking from like a like. It's like a college test question. Like, defend your thesis. Do billionaires help like an economy and a nation?
If you don't like my question, we can morph it and we can just make it more vibe. Yeah, on a vibe level.
I just don't know enough math.
He has a
actually answer
horrible
that.
vibe. Well, he's a huge Zionist. He and his family have donated a lot of money to the people who were attacking student protesters
Oh, I
in
had
UCLA.
no idea that. That's
How do you
crazy.
even?
His
I
wife
wouldn't even know how
donated
to
money.
donate money to that.
Oh, I
his
was going to say
wife-
Elliot Page told him.
You know,
How do you even know that?
no, that's
No. I was
that's,
saying, how do you
out there.
donate money to the people attack? Like, what does that even mean?
You
They're-
go out in the street, you give them weapons. You're down there. You're with them. I'm messing around. Jerry Seinfeld down there giving pepper spray to a cop.
What's the deal
Take
with
this.
First Amendment rights?
Wow.
What about First Amendment left? And then just clocking a college student in the face.
Well, not what about First Amendment left?
What's the deal with all these tents? Go home. You have a house. Why are you out here?
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
You're already in a dorm. That's not even an apartment now. You're just a little less than that. Seinfeld in the spectrum of housing.
Who's on the real-time list?
Many people.
Are they hot?
We can sort it whoever.
No,
but
that's
top
the
10,
question. There should be world's hottest billionaires. That's the list.
I mean, if you're a billionaire and you're not hot, like you're
I
an
agree.
idiot.
No, that's my take. That's my real take is that rich people should be hot. And when they're not hot, it's a huge waste and they should die.
If I had $1 billion, it wouldn't even make a dent in your pocket to completely make yourself the hottest woman in the world.
Yes.
Personal trainer.
I'm not going to lie. I think that's bad vibes. I think that's bad vibes.
No, it is bad
Oh, it's
vibes. Like
scary,
that guy,
evil vibes,
the
but, like-
dad who like takes his son's blood.
Oh yeah, that guy's so crazy.
He also looks
He's on
old.
Andrew Schultz's podcast. He like thinks he's gonna like live forever by like,
Oh, that guy.
and he like looks so scary.
He looks old. He looks like an old vampire, and vampires look young.
You know what's
That's the weird thing is you're like, wow, I guess it's working. He looks really good for 80, and
No,
then he's like,
yeah, he's like
40?
47 or something.
He looks like
no,
shit.
he looks awful.
So
he looks
scary.
like shit.
Why is he taking his son's blood?
They like do blood transfusions back and forth because he like thinks it'll like help him stay younger or something.
That's got to be so taxing on both of their bodies.
I think he's just bored.
They have the time. Yeah.
That's what
They
his,
listen to
you
a
know when you're a
podcast
kid and
while
you
they do
mix
it.
shampoo and conditioner in the shower and you're like, I'm making a potion. He's doing that now with like his son's blood. Yeah.
That was good.
And when you join the Illuminati, you too will have access to.
Oh,
his
I'm
son's
so far
blood.
away from the Illuminati, dude. They don't want me. There's no amount of money that I could collect to get into the. I'm just too neuro atypical to like make it into the Illuminati.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
You know what I mean?
That's so funny.
I'm not
Being
a good-
too neurodivergent for
Do
the
you
Illuminati
think-
is
do you
so
think-
funny.
No, but
Do
it's
you think,
real.
like-
they're ringing a gong and you're like, this is a lot in a sensory
yeah,
sense.
exactly.
They're ringing a gong and they have goat masks on and you're like,
I can't.
my ADHD is making it really hard to focus on.
I can't settle into a social experience. So like that,
Yeah, you're like, what do you want me to say?
like at the Netflix, yeah, exactly. At the Netflix party we were at, I was so.
You did hide. You did go and hide.
Yeah.
I literally was like, oh, Ashley and Sam are going to go over there. Like,
I have seen you at a
Hi.
pool on a laptop.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. I'm at the Illuminati meetings and I'm like, how can I make money right now?
You're like, laugh now. Laugh now.
yeah, I'm not chill enough. Because you know, I think part of being the Illuminati is that you relax.
I have a question.
You get so bored that you mix blood with your son.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think Tom Cruise is neurotypical and chill?
That's fair. That's fair.
Just a question for the room. That's all.
Yeah, you're right. But Beyonce is.
No, she's not.
But I mean,
She's like the
neurotypical in
least
what?
chill woman on earth.
No, she's
That's
not
her thing.
chill. Like, her drive is incredible.
Yes.
But if you met her somewhere, I don't think you'd
Yeah.
be like, oh, she's socially not having a great time.
I think a lot of celebrities do have, and I don't know if it's if it's cause or effect, but they do have like just like an it factor of like radiant energy of like their presence is like stunning. You know what I mean? Not just like visually, but like, and part of it is you're projecting stuff onto them because you're like, oh my God, you're so famous. I've seen you so many times and now you're real. But there also is something of like, oh yeah, to make it to that level, you have to be like a type of person. And it's like, they do just have like a thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think it builds. I think it builds as they get there. Because they're reinforced by the people around them.
That's a very good
them.
point. That's a very good point. And they're also putting money into like their looks and appearance, and they're used to being like
Yes, they
performing even when they're like going to the grocery store. Like,
Well,
yeah.
Beyonce doesn't go to the grocery store, but
God, I wish she would. That'd be so cool to see her like just pressing on a tomato. Just would love to see her evaluating some fruit.
Dude, sometimes I'll see like you see like those like celebrity chefs on Instagram. Like people will do like, they'll do vlogs and they're like, I'm a private chef for someone in the Hamptons, and they show them like making their lunch and they don't show who the person is, but it's like, oh fuck, people like they don't even
Yeah.
like, I'm like, oh my God, if I was rich, I'd go to Whole Foods every day. And it's like, no, if you were rich, you would like have like they're on a level of rich that I can't even conceive
if
of.
you were rich, you wouldn't know what Whole Foods is.
Yeah.
It's like so crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just a crazy level of, I don't understand why anyone would want that level of fame. It's so uncomfortable.
No, I think it's hard. I mean, when you talk about Beyonce at like a social function, I think what happens to her is that like 2-hour-long line forms for people to say hi to her. And then at that point, it's like, are you having a social time or are you Indiana Jones?
Well, it's also in LA though. You remember when Richard Gadd showed up at the Netflix party?
okay.
Oh my God, have I had a little crusty on my head this whole time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just thought it was a scab, so I didn't
Oh
want
no, it was a scab. Okay.
That's okay. You're a
You're
growing
never,
boy.
ever going to be in the Illuminati.
I'm okay with that. I think I know the speed I go at.
You're in my Illuminati.
Thanks.
No,
but
my hand
okay,
out.
I might be
I
bleeding.
know.
Like, tell me if I'm bleeding. But that's Illuminati. Oh, sorry. Hey,
Now you're blood bonded.
that's what that was.
But I was going to say, were you at the party where Richard Gadd came?
Okay, this is where I'm going to reveal myself and my points of reference. I don't really know who that is.
Baby Reindeer?
Oh, yeah. Everybody was going, oh my God, the people from Baby Reindeer are
But
here.
no one went up to him. Like, everyone kind of left him alone, which I thought was really LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, LA is like so cool about celebrities.
But I was like, I really wanted to have him on the pod.
I still
you
watch the
should.
show, and I know I need to. Everyone's been telling
I
me.
haven't watched it either.
Dude, everyone's been telling me. I
I
know
know.
I need to.
But I've met Nava.
Oh, really?
We hung out at a pool party once, and she was awesome.
I would love to have her on the podcast.
She's sick. She's amazing. I need to watch the show because I need to watch it for her.
Well, if you ever reconnect with her, would you be
I
willing
mean,
to?
we're Instagram. We're follow each other on Instagram.
Okay.
Does that count? Does that count?
I don't
as
know. I'll
being
find out.
connected?
But you know, I'd love to have her. I'd love to have anyone from that show. I loved it so much. And the thing that was my favorite thing about it is not even like the queer part of it. It's such a human story. But my favorite part is how they represented comedy. It's the only show that
I didn't know it was queer or comedy. Okay, wait, I don't know anything about this, so I kind of want to go and blind.
You gotta go
Yeah,
watch
yeah.
it.
Don't tell
Yeah.
us.
You gotta watch it. Listener, are you listening to our Patreon exclusive You're Having Gay Sex? Well, here's a sneak peek of what you missed last week.
I'm hoping you can settle our debate and determine whether or not this was actually an orgy. There is this adorable little family-run Korean bathhouse. In the common area, there are 2 dry saunas and an insane restaurant. I've heard bathhouses have some impeccable food. Russian bathhouses, I hear there's some great borscht.
That's just like not the food I want to eat at
Yeah,
a
I
bathhouse.
wouldn't be into soup at a bathhouse.
On the weekends, the male wet area can get a tad cruisy. Now, as a gay man in my 20s, this surprisingly isn't the reason why I come here.
Also, love to get a gay
Borscht
man.
only.
It's crazy.
I don't give a fuck about the dicks. Borscht, borscht, borscht.
There are 4 bonus episodes a month of this series, You're Having Gay Sex, on our Patreon at the $10 tier and then 2 at the $5 tier. Patreon.com/WHGS. Well, anyway, I have a gay sex story. What are we, 20 minutes in? 25? 34. What the fuck? Okay, so I'll try and keep this. We have Jes Tom. Thank you for being here. Netflix, Hannah Gadsby's Gender Agenda. Go watch it. It's fantastic. A lot of other great trans comedians in there. And then, as always, the hall monitor to do... God,
I feel like we need to like reassess my position a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Maybe you just like raise my IQ because I'm so fucking stupid and you're just so smart. You're just my hall monitor dweeb to make sure I don't fail this class.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Okay, great.
I mean, that's like
Doing my homework because I threatened to steal their lunch money.
hilarious. Yeah, that's good.
And are you all pronouns at this point? What are we doing?
I guess they or he. I don't really care. But the thing is, if you tell people you don't care, then they just will intentionally misgender you.
Oh, really? You think so?
Well, like, okay, so when I say all pronouns, what I mean is, like, I think identity is complicated. I think it depends on, like, literally who you're talking to and where you are and what your relationship is with that person. Like, I'm totally fine with being called she as long as you're talking to me like a gay man.
I was about to say, as
Yeah.
long as you're at drag brunch.
Yes,
If you're at drag brunch, everybody's she.
If you're on Fire Island,
That's
everybody's
so
she.
funny.
If you're my grandma, everybody's she.
I literally was gonna say, or if you're my grandma.
Yes, that's allowed.
Is your
That's
grandmother
allowed.
Chinese?
My grandmother
Because pronouns in Chinese are,
don't exist.
they don't exist in the verbal form.
Wow,
Whoa.
how culturally informed of you.
I speak a little Chinese.
Oh my God. Okay, that makes one of us. Jesus Christ. Fucking putting me to shame.
No. My Chinese is so bad. But I took it in college.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Not as bad as mine.
The written form is gendered, but the spoken form is not gendered.
That's so interesting.
Yeah. They, she, and he are all the same word.
Wow.
So when people
So
say
it's really easy. Yeah, I had
It's really easy to be trans in China, is what we're saying.
it's also really easy to be transphobic.
yeah. My ex's family was from Hong Kong, and their parents had a really easy time with my pronouns because they were like, we don't understand why this matters to anybody. Fine. It's some English thing, they, he, she, that's fine. And like they went in on, my ex had an older brother who like wouldn't do my pronouns, and the mom would be like, what's the problem? It's just English, just do it. It was great.
That is so fun.
Yeah.
It also just illuminates how stupid this all is.
Yes, it is.
It's so dumb.
Yes, it is.
But anyway, my gay sex from this week, I had a really funny little interaction on vacation. So Jen and I went on tour in Europe, which was so fun. Thank you everyone who came. I'm so grateful. What an incredible experience. So crazy. But I went to Lake Como with my girlfriend for a couple days after it all ended. Super fun. Stayed in an Airbnb. It was great. And we went to this restaurant, Luigi's. I don't remember the name of the restaurant, but the chef was named Luigi. We went to this place for dinner. We sat down, and there was a table of barbs next to us.
Yes.
You know what I mean by this? Just like 3 women, probably in their 60s.
Oh, I thought you meant like Nicki Minaj
yeah,
fans.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Wait, what?
A Nicki
Nicki
Minaj,
Minaj
fan.
fans.
They call themselves barbs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Ashley, you are like a 60-year-old man.
I know.
See, that's what I'm saying. Ashley's lesbian. I'm queer. Do you know what I mean? Like they're.
Bro, that was really fucked up. That was really fucked
Listen,
up, dude.
I went to Smith College, and
It's just
Nicki Minaj
millennial
was
Gen Z.
huge. Nicki Minaj was huge at Smith College. So
Okay, well, there was a table of Nicki Minaj fans. 60-year-old women. I mean, okay, I'm not great at pop culture. I'm trying.
Did I actually hurt your feelings? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
I know who I am.
Oh wait, that made me want to cry. No, that's so sad. No, it's okay. I know who I am. What, are you gonna sulk off into the rain like Eeyore? That made me so sad.
You're making
You're
it worse
awesome.
because I'm like, I know who I am. And you're like, oh, that's so fucked up that she knows how bad it is.
No, the way you said it, you weren't
She
like,
knows.
oh no, I know you were kidding. You went, no, I know who I am. Like I meant it. Oh my God.
I'm really bad at pop culture. Like, really bad.
I mean, I will say same. I know like slivers, but like,
No, you know things. I don't know anything. Because you scroll and you're like up to date.
I know like internet pop culture. I don't know like general, like,
You know what pop culture I know? Jes Tom and Elliot
Everybody
Page.
point
Yeah.
at me.
I know where they are hanging out.
Wait, I need to. Where's the sex in this story?
Oh, I'm getting there. Well, there's not a lot of sex, to be perfectly honest.
Okay.
It's more of like a. Well, we're
I
at
won't
the
get my hopes
table.
up.
The barbs start talking to us. They are here because they somehow Luigi catered the wedding of one of their kids or whatever, and they come to Lake Como all the time, and they just work for Luigi. Luigi puts them to work. They like work in the kitchen. I don't really fully understand it, but it's these old women who have literally nothing to do. So they probably think this young chef is like hot, and they work in the.
oh my God.
They're just like menopausal and like thirsting over Luigi.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So they eat there every night is the vibe that I got. And they have their own little table.
Oh, that's so cute.
And they gave us some advice about like what to do. And we're sitting at the table. It's a 4-person table, but we're not sitting across from each other. We're sitting next to each other. Jen and I. Oh, that's a nice little face.
Adorable.
That's so. Don't you agree? That's the way to sit when you're with your lover at a 4-person table.
Yeah.
Alex, are you sitting next to your lover at the 4-person table?
Yes.
Great. So then they're getting drunker and drunker. And we hear across the table, or they said to us, how do you two know each other? And we said, I think we told them the truth. Jen, remember when we met the Barbs in Lake Como? Yeah. And they said, you look so cute. They said, they asked, how do you two know each other? Yes. Did we say we met at the Grizzly Pear? Did we say that we met?
What?
Yeah, I met Jen at the Grizzly
At
Pear.
the Grizzly Pear.
I know, dude.
Jesus
I know, isn't that crazy?
Christ.
If you know comedy, that
I need to take a shower.
you need to take a shower. I know. If the listeners understood the Grizzly Pear,
Every time I hear the words Grizzly Pear, I have to take a shower.
yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Well, did we say that we met doing comedy, right? That I was doing.
Yeah,
comedy?
I was at your show.
Right. And that seemed to not alleviate their stress about.
Did they know y'all were a couple?
So
I think that was part of it. They were like trying to figure that out.
they were trying to. They were basically asking us this question because they like didn't understand what we were to each other.
Yeah, they wanted to know what kind of sisters you were.
Exactly. Exactly. Because oh my God, they both have long hair. What is happening? Because I don't think I had my hat on.
No, very confusing.
Yes.
So, you know, 2 young ladies with long hair having dinner together, catty corner at the table, kind of weird. And then because they're drunk, we start hearing them be like, well, you wouldn't have asked a man and a woman how they know each other.
Yeah, they were like
Hilarious.
just drunk enough that it was like, you wouldn't do, I don't think you should ask that kind of question.
And then why not? I'm just curious how they know each other. Like what they're in Lake Como. So they're going back and forth about how
They're the table right next to us.
Right
Oh my
next
God,
to
that's
we can
so
stage
funny.
whispers.
hear every single thing for like a few minutes. And then finally one of them goes, maybe we should have this discussion another time.
Nice.
Oh my
It
gosh.
was awesome. It was
Yeah.
so funny.
That's all I needed from you, Jen. Thank you. You're welcome
Thank
to
you.
stay. But
Thank you for fact checking, Jen.
yeah, appreciate it. But my gay sex from this week, it's super short, but I actually really appreciated the live commentary that was I thought it was so funny.
I thought you were
hilarious.
going to say, and then you all had sex with each other. And Luigi.
And Luigi.
And
I
Luigi.
made
And
Luigi
especially
stand really
Luigi.
far away from me. Jen and I had sex. He had one arm in each woman and then his dick in the other one.
And he threw one up in the air like
And
a pizza
tossed
dough
it like
thing.
pizza
Yeah.
dough. Yeah, I actually
He
thought
fingered her, but he was like this, and she was spinning around.
this is not the first weirdly Italian reference we've made with you on the pod.
Oh my God, is
you
that
sister
true?
like this.
Like
This is
this.
how you sister. yeah, I just thought it was actually really sweet that they were having a discussion about whether or not what they were doing was problematic.
That's really cute.
It gave me
It's very self-aware.
yeah, it was super self-aware and very like thoughtful, you know? And I wasn't mad at any of them. I didn't think any of them had the wrong take.
That's like adorable. It's like adorable to see people trying to. Like I feel like that too. Like when like after a show, someone came up to me and it was these very like bro-y dudes who were like, "Oh, I really liked your set." And I had like talked about like being non-binary or you know, I touched on the subject and they were like, "We follow them on Instagram. What I'm follow all 5 of you?" And they're like saying something like that. But it was like so funny because I was like, oh, this is like
They don't realize
bridging
the joke has been done, but they're doing the joke with you because they love you.
And yeah, and they weren't. It was genuinely them being like, do you know what I mean? Where it's
They're
like these
using
ladies.
their vocabulary.
Yeah, exactly,
They're using the
exactly.
tools they have
Yeah.
Yes.
to understand the world around them.
Totally.
And it was like sweet. It was like the way these ladies, it's like, okay, you could technically be like, that's like really fucked up that you're talking about this. But it's like, no, this is like sweet. This
Right,
is like somebody connecting to somebody that's different than them for like the first time.
Exactly. And my brain immediately went to like, what would a Reddit thread look like about this? And what would a comment section look about this? And I was like, that is so not what's happening here.
Yes, the way that people can spin it to be like upsetting when it's like actually like a really awesome
It was
thing.
an awesome moment.
And
where-
like funny.
and objectively funny that this group of drunk boomer women who are like trying to fuck this man so desperately that they're coming to work for him on their frickin' girls trip. They saw a gay couple. They weren't sure. They didn't know how to ask, and they did their best to not make it weird, even though they were curious. I don't know. I thought it was super
Listen,
sweet.
you might have changed their lives. They might have walked out of there a little bit different. Interested in trying a little. Maybe the girls' trip took a turn after that.
Well, they did ask me about my work, and I was like, oh, I have a special on.
They did ask how to have sex with a woman.
Well, they
asked about my work. Yeah, okay, Ashley.
but they never DM me. I said, shoot me a DM. Let me know what you think of
They
my
don't
special.
know
like
what
60.
that is. They don't know how to do
But
that.
they knew one other
They knew Nicki
lesbian,
Minaj.
actually. They were barbs. But yeah, that's my gay sex from this week. Not super sex, but you know.
Sex can be anything.
Sex can be anything. You get it. You understand the show and why it can continue on 4 years later after I've run completely dry of stories.
I feel like every time I show up here, like literally for the third time in a row, I've been here after having some insane sex thing happen to
Oh
me,
my God.
like, the
Well,
night before.
I'm so glad you're here. You know, I've been sleeping with my Helix mattress longer than I've been sleeping with Jen. And dare I say, it might actually be better. I'm getting the best sleep of my life on my Helix mattress. I took their 2-minute quiz, their Helix sleep quiz, and I got matched with the perfect mattress for me. And don't just take it from me. Helix has been awarded the #1 mattress picked by GQ and Wired magazine, and it's even recommended by multiple leading chiropractors and doctors of sleep medicine as a go-to solution for improving your sleep. Plus, you got your 100-night trial, so if you don't like it, they'll come and pick it up for you. And there's a 10 to 15-year warranty, depending on the model. You know, if you don't like it, they know if something happens, they're there for you. But I know you're going to love it. Helix is offering up to 30% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. Go to helixsleep.com/gaysex. That's helixsleep.com/gaysex. This is their best offer yet, and it won't last long. With Helix, better sleep starts now. Did you have gay sex this week, Jess?
I did a couple of times.
Do you think you get horny in advance of the show, knowing that you're coming here, and then you do something wild?
I think this is just my life. I think this is just this is just the vessel I'm trapped in.
This is just the Illuminati
I was about to
Gucci
say,
sex party.
yeah.
They just bring me a new pool boy every time. Well, I just had top surgery.
Yes,
a month
congrats.
ago.
Hey,
Thank you.
congrats. That
Thank you.
rocks.
Do you want to see it? No, but I not in a post Me Too era.
I mean, if you want to show the crowd, I'm sure they get wet at home.
It's so funny. I actually
I won't
haven't.
feel me too'd.
I haven't done.
I will feel the opposite of me too'd.
Me 3.
And me. I haven't done like a internet chest reveal yet.
Oh, okay.
So
Maybe here is not the place.
it was maybe
Or
not to
maybe
the
it
we're
is.
having gay sex army. I was like, I should like turn away from the camera and flash you guys. I did flash Robbie Hoffman on the side of Sunset Boulevard because she drove by in a car. Literally.
awesome.
Was Gabby in the car?
A different friend was in the car who
Got it.
just got roped into this situation.
Okay, got it.
Do you ever have a friend, like, one time somebody catcalled me and I turned around and I was like, go fuck yourself. And then it was my friend messing with me and I was like, oh, hi.
hey.
It's hard in a post-Me Too era to trust.
This might have been pre even.
Wow.
I was just on my game.
Wow.
Do you always yell at
Feminism.
catcallers?
Actually, now I don't anymore because I was like, oh, you could get murdered. So instead you're
Yeah,
thank you. Bye.
Yeah, you can't get murdered.
Yeah.
I'm walking home to my husband.
Oh my God. Every Uber I'm in, I have a husband and that's where I'm headed. Into his arms.
Really?
Yeah, every Uber, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going back to like, I'm either going to my friend's house and then I'm like, me and my husband. Yeah, I'm never like, yeah, I'm a
Are
single
they
woman.
talking to you?
Sometimes. And I'm never like, I'm a single woman and you're dropping me off at my home address.
I must give off such
Just
strong,
a bad vibe.
Yeah, just really strong. Don't talk to me vibes because no one fucking talks to me.
Hilarious. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm giving.
Well, you sort of
I
have.
guess I'm giving straight woman.
You have a little doe-eyed thing about you.
Oh, thanks.
You have an open and available quality.
Yeah,
yes,
you do,
That
you
I
do.
would say you don't have.
Thank you so much.
You're different in that way.
Yeah. I have a sort of don't fuck with me kind of vibe.
And I have a easy to abduct.
Yeah, sort of a Bambi, bushy tailed.
Yeah, might follow for snacks.
Might fall for.
I'm like that.
so
I'm saying that
funny.
out of pure like
That's
familiarity.
so funny. Yeah, I do have that. No, I get that. That's really funny.
I watch a lot of videos of people like coaxing feral dogs like out of
See,
out
I'm
of
the
holes.
coaxer, not to a human, but to a dog for sure. You'd be an adorable dog,
Thank you so much.
cocker spaniel.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That,
That
Bernie
seems a little
doodle?
fancy.
No, I'm okay with that. It's fair.
Okay,
We've
okay.
established I'm not in the Illuminati and I might be bleeding out of my forehead right now. That's fine. Someone told me Bernie Doodle, and I was like, I see that. And I'm also very
I can
flattered.
see that. I can
Bernie
see
Doodle.
that.
Very
Because
flattered.
that's more of like a survival dog. It's like a survival dog with a cute face.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, I could see that too. I could see that as
You-
well. Oh no.
Greyhound.
Yeah, or like I was gonna say like
Saint
Weimaraner.
Bernard.
Weimaraner, is that how you say that dog?
Saint Bernard. Thank
Those
you,
are those
Alex.
dogs, those Sesame Street dogs with the hands. Do you know what I'm talking
No.
about?
Weimaraner.
This is like a millennial
I didn't mean
Gen Z
Greyhound
thing.
aesthetically. I meant Greyhound in terms of like you're bred for speed.
This is not a Greyhound. This is a Weimaraner.
That was you.
Yeah, the
I've never seen those.
The Sesame Street hand dogs.
Sesame
They
Street.
on Sesame Street they do a sketch a lot of the time where it's like the dog and like there's a shirt and a person's hands and it's like doing something.
Okay, hold on.
I've never seen this.
Shut up.
I did think about getting a wiener dog.
Oh, I see.
I feel like
Actually, that
We just
the
brought
eyes look like yours.
that is honestly weirdly what I look like.
the eyes
This
look
is
like yours.
This actually weirdly is what I look like.
Oh my
Why do I look like a dog
God,
with human
that's
hands?
so fucking funny.
Isn't that accurate? There's something.
Yeah, it
weirdly,
just
look
needs
at
a
that.
hat.
That's me in a suit. That's me in a with
Oh
a
my
bow tie.
God, you're so on it. That's so funny.
Bro, this is so weirdly accurate. This is me when I'm trying to look Brooklyn.
oh my God.
Me when I'm trying to look Brooklyn.
Me when I'm trying to look Brooklyn. She says in this financial district apartment.
Like I said, gay queer.
You guys are bullying me right now. Just putting that out there. Wow, I really look like this dog.
Can I just say I'm feeling regret about not flashing you earlier, and I think I'm gonna do it now.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my God, amazing.
We'll do
I'm
it. Would
gonna
you like
do
to
it
do
now.
it
And I am doing it
camera?
away from the
So why
cameras.
don't you stand up?
I'm into individual reveals before the mass reveal.
Oh my God.
Oh, it looks great.
It looks sick, right?
It looks so good.
It looks
Sorry,
like
can I
done,
zoom,
right?
Can I
Yeah,
zoom in
yeah,
on your
yeah,
nipples?
Yeah, you can.
How the
like
fuck
done,
did they do that?
It's the incision is under here.
They did.
What? Yeah, I hope this isn't rude
I-
to say, but
I
like,
hate
there's
to,
no scar. Like, I've
like,
never seen that.
All
It's
trans
like
bodies
healed,
are
right?
beautiful and perfect in every way, but damn, they did a good job.
Thank you.
They
Thank
did
you.
such a good. I would
Dr.
have.
Ellie Lay in San Francisco. Thank you.
I had that you would have no idea,
That's crazy.
Thank you.
and that's not the standard.
No. And everything. Everything
of
has
us.
pros and cons. Everybody's body is beautiful.
Everybody is beautiful.
Everybody is beautiful. Just mine looks really
The idea
good.
of Larry David having a top surgery episode.
I think that's what Robbie Hoffman is.
Yes, that's true.
Okay. Well, anyway, tell us about your crazy gay
Okay,
sex.
this is a fucked up sex story. So
Where are we at time-wise?
53 minutes.
Okay.
all right, I'll move with intention.
No.
I have sex with gay guys now, right? We know this. We've established this, which means I meet a lot of strangers.
And this is not, just for the listeners at home, this is not an uncommon thing for trans men.
Yes, it happens. It does happen. And many of us are scared of it, but it's fine and just embrace it. So the other night, this guy hit me up at I want to say it was 5 a.m. And I'm like a vampire, so I'm always awake really late at night. So this guy hits me up at 5 a.m. He's like,
Which makes you feel cared for and valued.
that's it makes me feel seen. It makes me feel met on my
he was
level.
dreaming about me.
He did not know me well enough at all to do that. But so he hits me up. I was like,
So I'm last in the Rolodex.
I'm like, come over to my house. You know, I live in my own apartment. So I usually have guys over at my place, in my sex and drugs den. And he was like, no, I just got home. Come over to mine. He lives a 5-minute walk away from me. Okay. So I'm like, I don't really want to go. You should come to me. I live in my own apartment. He's like, no, just come over here. So finally, I'm like, fine. I put on my pants. I was pretend that you're on Fire Island to justify me leaving my own house at 5 a.m. to have sex with a strange man. I go outside. Literally, the sun is coming up.
When in Rome.
Yes.
Kind of deal.
I walk 5 minutes down to this gentrification complex. Really, really nice apartment. He comes, he meets me in the lobby. And then brings me not upstairs to his apartment as I was expecting, but into the rec room of the apartment building.
Oh my God. I was wondering what those are actually for.
Yes. Yes. The rec room of the apartment building, which is really just a dark room with chairs in it.
Yeah, I need to
my
know exactly
God.
what kind of rec room. Is this a meeting room? Is it a kids? Are there balls?
I think it was a makeshift home theater with a projector.
Got it.
And chairs in rows.
Folding chairs?
No, but office chairs or
Okay.
chairs that a WeWork.
Wheels on the chairs.
No,
Oh.
and that's crucial actually for this, that there were no wheels on the chairs. So he puts me in this chair.
Is there a camera in this room?
I don't know.
That would have been my first. I would all four corners.
yeah, you would assume.
Here's the thing: is that when you go on a Grindr hookup, that there could be a camera in any of those rooms. So this was not that different on that issue. Puts me in this chair. I haven't had this kind of semi-public sex. Other than Fire Island, which is a place where that's totally fine. I haven't done this since I was in college.
Well, Fire Island takes the public out of the public sex.
It's an island. It's an island. It's not, you chose to be there. You should
Yeah,
leave if
yeah.
that's not what you're into.
Yeah.
So
That's what I say when I have public sex here on Manhattan. It's an island. It's an island.
it's the grizzly pear. So I'm in this chair. Nobody's clothes come completely off. That's how I know that this is a semi-public thing happening. He kind of just lifts his shirt up and takes his pants down a little.
Yeah.
He literally, my pants never come off all the way. He just brings them down to here. I'm in this chair, literally this.
Oh my God.
Oh no, my feet. You got to censor my feet on the
Censor
camera.
the
That's
feet.
so funny.
Censor
Just
the
full
feet.
asshole towards the camera. Oh,
That's
no, my
fine.
feet.
That's fine. But the feet, that's private. And he, to his credit, wore a condom, which means he was literally fully clothed all the way through.
Hilarious.
Yeah, fucked me in that position. And then we were done, and we just zipped everything up. And as we were leaving,
How long did this take?
I want to say the whole interaction was maybe half an hour.
Okay. Half an hour is pretty good. I thought it was going to be less than
I've
that.
done shorter. I've done.
Yeah.
I think 15 minutes is my fastest in and out. Texting my friend, hey, I'm gonna go meet this guy. This is the address, and then being well, I'm done. And My friend was like, "Did you do anything? Like, did you see her?" I was like, "No, we're done."
Was
We
it a
did
lesbian that you were texting?
I was like, "Everybody came. It's amazing. Manhood is insane.
yeah, it's so crazy how much faster.
Everything just gets wrapped up."
Yeah.
And that's why a woman can never be president. But anyway,
Yeah, because if she's
She's
not,
get you done for the country, you can't even finish your own pussy.
yeah. Well, I was gonna say if she's not coming, then she's angry. She's gonna hit the nuke button. But if she is coming, well,
she's a hussy.
way too much time. You need to make time in the day to fix the Middle East.
Women can't come. That's a myth.
It's true.
But so we're leaving. We're leaving the room, and I just say to him, off the cuff, I'm like, "So, like, do you usually come in here to hook up? Like, is this where you bring your hookups?" And he goes, "Well, my boyfriend's sleeping upstairs." And I was like, "Okay,
And now you're evaluating whether or not you're gonna die.
right." And so I was like,
Did you ask if it was open?
I don't need to know that. At that point, I was like, the less I know about this, the better. I need to like go to my home and go to sleep.
Oh my God.
Because I mean, most gay guys are in some kind of open relationship, but like the fact that I feel like the normal open relationship thing to do would be to come to my house, not to
Yeah,
sneak
then
me
staying
into
out
your
for
rec
all
room.
that to then
Yes,
not come to your
yes.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is actually insane.
Yeah. So then I was like,
Ew.
oh, you
Ew.
do bring hookups in here, but not the way that I was asking.
Right.
Not in
Ew.
like a fun way necessarily.
Yeah.
In a kind of deceptive, deceitful kind
Right,
of way.
right. This would be okay with me if it were just your kink, but if it's your kink because it's like risky business in a different way, that's deceitful to you.
Yeah, so he better hope there was no camera in the room.
And you know what's his boyfriend asking for security footage. I tell every hookup that I have that I'm in an open relationship
Yeah, I think that's the right thing to do.
because it might affect how they feel.
yeah,
about it.
absolutely.
I don't know.
They can also know to
Why
like
it
not
would-
get feelings for you.
Yeah.
They know that it might not lead somewhere. Like,
Well, I'm
'cause
never
if
going to
if
have
someone-
feelings for some guy, but that's not necessarily true, but not that guy.
Wow. I actually bet he was in a closed
Yeah,
relationship.
no, I think so. That I thought was
because
really weird.
he didn't come to your place, which was 5 minutes away, because
He would have had to have left.
he would have had to have left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like, babe, where do you go?
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't really know how much better the rec room is as a cheating excuse.
I was just in the rec room.
But it lessens.
What?
It lessens. That's almost weirder. That's almost weirder than I went to my friend's house.
Yeah.
But I guess at 5 a.m. But I guess it just limits the amount of transit time. You know what I mean? Like it's an extra 15 minutes that you're not out.
No, totally. He could just go up and down stairs.
Yeah. Or if he has his location on his iPhone.
Uh-huh. Oh. Shit. See, I'm not about that surveillance life, so I didn't even think about that.
Jen
but
and I don't
that's so
share
real.
locations, but I've been hearing now that this is
People
like a
do
thing.
that.
People are
totally
doing that.
do that.
Whoa.
I think the destruction of privacy
I'm
as-
anti.
is
I'm anti.
is out of control.
The only time I share my location is if my friends and I are trying to like meet up in the park and there's no way
Yes.
to get directions.
No, absolutely.
Yes.
The park or the beach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
To just have your location constantly.
Well, we're everything we do is public now.
The
Everything.
park or the
Yeah.
beach or the woods to have sex in.
Everything is either public or documented. Like our main forms of communication are written now.
yeah.
So it's like everything is traceable. Everything is. It's
I
crazy.
think sometimes about how it used to be so easy to get away with murder. And it's not anymore.
You're right.
It's not. My cousin got a 23andMe. I can never kill. I can't.
You just wanted the option.
No, it's over for me.
Yeah,
Yeah, no. He
You just want to be able to
he
fantasize about it.
destroyed a freedom of mine. To what? Find out he's Japanese. He was already Japanese.
Yeah, wait.
What's the problem?
I guess there's more there. Like there's Korean ancestry and
Yeah, because Japanese people went there. That's
I know.
It's not.
and then they came over.
We don't need to. We messed them up.
I read Pachinko
Yeah. Well, that makes one of us. But I
and wept. Oh my God, what an incredible book. Anyway, that was amazing. That was such a good story.
thank you.
Keep doing this. So
Yeah,
we
that's
can keep
the kind
having
of
you
stuff
back.
happens to me twice a week now. So
Maddie, Did you have gay sex this week?
I did not, but I am fucking back and my lungs are not dead, so that's
Yes,
good.
Nice.
you
I was gone for a minute.
You were really sick.
Dude,
Oh,
I had
fuck.
this weird, so I had this cough that didn't go away for weeks. And I was kind of like, okay, whatever. It's just a persistent cough after a cold, whatever. I was coughing up phlegm and I was like, this is gnarly. And then eventually I went to the doctor and they put me on steroids and I was like, okay. And they gave me an inhaler and I was walking around. And then eventually I was at a show and I ran up some stairs and I got out of breath and I was just didn't catch my breath again for the next 10 hours. It was that level of breathing. And I would walk half a block and need to sit down. My friends were trying to walk me to the train.
I would have gone to the hospital after 1 hour.
Dude, I was I was really okay, this is really weird, but I can't breathe. And then by 4 a.m., I woke up Kenyon, my roommate, who's a comic, and I woke him up. I was like, dude, I need to go to the ER and I need you to come with me
Oh my
because I
God.
think I might pass out in the Uber. I really could not breathe and went to the ER. And I was this is so gnarly, but I was coughing so hard, I was pissing myself. I was
Oh my God.
I understand.
I was
Yeah.
really in a bad shape. And they
One
gave
time
me
when I thought that I got the flu and maybe it was COVID, I coughed my tampon out of my body.
oh,
I shot it out.
whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Were you wearing pants?
I was, fortunately.
Oh.
Otherwise, we'll never know how far it could have flown.
You'll have to try again.
Yeah, well, next time I get sick, I'll try and
Awesome.
measure it and then maybe start a business. Just playing fetch with a weird dog. Okay, I'm sorry.
Dog. A weird dog. You know those weird dogs that are into tampons?
Dogs love tampons.
So it wouldn't be a weird dog. It would just
Yeah,
be
I
a
guess
dog.
it'd just be a regular dog. But it's better for the thing if it's a weird dog. If it's
It's just so funny because it's what's a weird dog? You know what I mean?
scraggly, three-legged,
There are some dogs that are weird and some dogs that are normal.
Yeah,
Those
an
are the two types of
underbite,
dogs.
You know?
Okay, yeah.
I want it to be a weird dog for my fucking OnlyFans. You know what? This is not a bad idea. In the day and age that we live now, me firing tampons across a field for a dog to bring back to me is
So funny.
Hey, everybody has to have their thing these days.
You're
Everybody
one of
has to
those
find their
automatic
niche.
tennis ball launchers where they bring it back in a the dog. I'm imagining the dog puts it back in your pussy.
that's part of it.
Yeah.
We're gonna need a smart dog. All right.
We're gonna need to stop. Is what we're gonna do.
I don't see why.
But so I was in the hospital for a few days, and then I would get out, and then I had to go back to the ER 5 times because I kept
Oh my
not being able to breathe
God.
again, and it was so bad. Thank God this is my last year of my parents' health insurance, and it's thank God I still had that. So I've had to go to a lot of different specialists and shit.
Once again, talking about how tight your pussy is.
I know, sorry, I'm 25. But but here's where I think it ties into the podcast is I got
Hot nurse.
No, this is so stupid. I had a maintenance inhaler. They gave me one that's a steroid inhaler you take every day. And I tried 2 different ones and they both gave me panic attacks. And I was
Oh
I
my
can't do this.
God.
And I was my inhaler made me anxious. How gay is that?
That is that is gay sex.
Well, we do have Jerry Seinfeld on the pod. My inhaler made me anxious. How gay is that? What's the deal? No, I thought, you know where I thought you were going with this? That the phallus in your mouth actually gave you more panic.
Oh, no, I have a good one now. Although, oh my God, I did. It was it was a column. And the one they gave me now is more of a circle that you suck on. I do have a more pussy-shaped inhaler now.
A yonic inhaler.
Yeah.
Did you say something at the same time as me?
I said an inhaler is penetration.
Technically, yes.
Yeah, it is.
By
Yes.
air?
Yeah, getting that.
Well-
Okay. That actually, I feel is kind of gay. No, I guess suction
Deep
is
breaths.
more. Yeah, deep. There it is. Yeah, regulating your breathing is absolutely a gay experience.
Oh, you know what's gay? Being absolutely gagged. That's what was happening to me. Doctor, I'm shook.
But you're feeling better now, right?
I am feeling better now. I'm on a maintenance inhaler. Oh, okay.
But do
Also,
you know
a fun
what-
thing. Oh, no, so what?
No, go ahead.
Jess is concerned.
I am.
think
No,
for
I'm
valid
worried.
I bought a purse for the first time in my life because I have to have an inhaler on me 24/7.
You don't have to become a woman because you.
No, I'm in like
inhaler.
Despite what I'm wearing today, this is like burnout and depression. It's not gender. I actually
Are you depressed?
No, I'm not depressed, but I'm just like overwhelmed. But no, I'm actually not depressed. I'm doing okay. But like it is burnout. But I'm actually in a very
feel you, man.
womanly era right now.
Yeah, it's showing.
Oh.
No, it's not. Today's
almost
not the day.
never
Okay.
see
I love the Bass Pro Shops womanly accessory.
Okay, today
If there's anything women love, it's Bass.
today it's not giving woman. It's not giving woman today. But I'm enjoying the purse.
What kind of purse is
A
it?
Steve Madden purse.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is very womanly.
Thank you.
Wait,
Oh, I
but-
had acrylics for a minute, but then they fell off. Actually, I
Well,
was
that's your gender.
failure.
Yeah. Definitely. Absolutely.
But did you find out what's wrong with you?
They couldn't give me like a real answer.
Oh,
They were like, it's like
God.
reactive airway disease. And then they were like, it might be like adult onset asthma that was triggered by like a lung infection. Like I had some kind of infection. And then I was like, so do I have asthma? And they were like, basically. But they like can't really, because I've like never had asthma. So they were like, yeah, it's possibly adult onset asthma. But they sort of were like, it doesn't really matter what it is. It looks like asthma, it smells like asthma, it walks like asthma,
right,
it fucks
right,
like
right.
asthma.
Yeah.
We're treating it like asthma.
It fucks like asthma in that it gives out a few pumps in.
It's like,
Wait, I had a little like oxygen monitor I had to wear on my finger.
Yeah.
Between that and my fucking like recurring sciatica, I was like, I am 80 years old.
Yeah,
I'm the barbs.
There's something
I'm the barbs asking you questions about, wait, so how do you inject when you have sex? I'll Google it later. I'm so sorry.
There is something like lesbian specifically about chronic illness. I don't know.
I agree with that.
There's something
And
That's
that
about
it never
true.
ends and it's boring.
That's true.
And you're like, what even is it?
is that even real?
And gay men,
Gay men are on stimulants.
Yeah.
The gay men are just on stimulants already. They don't need a steroid spray.
Right,
so
It's
funny.
true.
They're on steroids.
you're like, whatever inflammation is in my body, I've dealt with it DIY.
Whatever medication you're taking, they're taking for fun.
Yeah, exactly. We're taking it to stay alive. They're taking it to get a little
My
high.
doctor
Make
was like,
sex
you
a
know
little
what's a bronchodilator? Poppers.
Oh, I can help you with that.
better. Well, that was great.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing, Maddie.
Thank
I
you.
loved that. Some sick riffs at the end there. Yeah, bro. Well, people can watch your set on Netflix.
They can. And me and Tessa Scara are doing our annual Pride show, Corporate Pride, at the
Oh,
Bell
great.
House. on
That's such
June
a great
30th,
name.
Which is Pride Sunday. So yeah, if you want a Pride thing to do that's not being surrounded by people in Manhattan,
Taking your inhaler.
you could be surrounded by people in Gowanus.
So much fun. Tessa's hilarious.
Tessa's the best.
And the gender agenda on Netflix. Jes Tom, thank you for being here.
Thank you
Appreciate
for
it.
having me.
And then patreon.com/WHGS. Can't state enough how helpful it is. You can donate literally $1, and that is super, super helpful. It pays Alex. It pays Maddie. It gives us the time and resources to get amazing guests like Jess. Then it pays me. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, you get bonus episodes. If you're on the $5 or $10 tier, you get 2 or 4 bonus episodes. And then I'm on tour. Austin, Texas, Des Moines, Iowa, Spokane, Washington, Appleton, Wisconsin. Maddie, what would you like to plug?
I'm also on tour. I have dates coming up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Sacramento, San Francisco,
I'll plug
Boston.
your Tulsa show when I'm there.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, and I have more on my website, MaddieWiener.com, or they're all in the link tree in my bio. And I have an email list if you want to find out when I'm going to be touring your city. Yeah.
Yeah, I have
Instagram, Maddie T. Wiener.
I have a text alert as well. It's super helpful. I get a lot of messages from you pieces of shit being like, when are you coming here? I love the podcast. Well, you don't listen to the promos. How fucking dare you? Thank you for listening, listener. You're such a good listener. You know what I love about you? How well you listen. Put a little ear emoji and a little heart emoji in the comments if you're still here, or DM that to me if you're listening on your commute on Spotify or whatever. Please donate to the Patreon. You know I shouldn't have to ask. Come on, guys. Did you laugh? Come on. Come on. Come on. Give me $1. I am going to Austin, Texas, Des Moines, Iowa, Spokane, Washington, Appleton, Wisconsin. And Alex is Googling the gay news for the Gay Thought today, which I think is the best thing ever. Alex, some of the best producing you've ever done. What else do we have in the gay news?
In loving protest, Albanian lesbians
Stop right there. What?
marry unofficially. Same-sex marriage is not allowed in Muslim-majority Albania, and
Shocking.
the women's partnership will not be recognized by the state.
Well, I don't think that's why they did it.
But despite all this, they had a gorgeous wedding where guests threw white petals as the couple, dressed in billowing white gowns, approached the altar that overlooked the historic city center.
Is there a picture? I want to see Albanian lesbians, and not in a porn
And they
way.
look like your standard lesbians.
Honestly, yeah, they do. They do quite look like a standard lesbian. Actually, from behind, that could be Maddie with the red hair. Really, absolutely could be Maddie. But getting a little more action than Maddie usually does. I think that's great. Protest wedding. That's really nice. I like that. I don't have much hot take on that. I wish them the best of luck.
Now, if you were to have what would your protest wedding be?
My protest wedding.
Because they still kept theirs classic in appearance. It was merely the act that made it a protest.
Well, what am I protesting exactly? Because we have gay marriage.
Not enough subscribers on Patreon.
Oh, then I would marry a man. In fact, I would not enough. My protest wedding is I subject people to me passionately and really disturbingly kissing a man, kind of overlaid on the YouTube video. And people have to watch me like scratch his beard weirdly, like maybe rub my cheek against his beard. You should have to watch me sadly suck a dick. And then I come on here and I talk about, you know, the things I'm doing for my man. That's my protest wedding. My vows are just like, I'm going to obey you. In fact, it's not even going to be like the whole nice thing, like in sickness and in health. It's just, I am just going to obey.
Respect.
That's my protest wedding. Well, thank you for listening. Have a good week, everybody.